Welcome back. Knife giveaways over. I'm like hyperactive or something. I just can't keep my hands still. But the winner of the knife is RAWWRE. Roar. Roar. Roar?
I have no idea.
Roar. Unpronounceable name. So congratulations, Roar. You have won a flip knife night. Quite a nice knife, if I say so, may say so myself. I'm completely tongue-tied today. Raw, you made it worse, dude. Or lady. I don't know. But congratulations, whoever you are. So, second map of this best of 3 is going to be Inferno. We are about to get into it.
Yep, we are about to go live. I'm not too sure if it has knifed yet or whether we just go straight. No, we are going to knife and get straight into it. And we saw HellRaisers play on this map earlier on. Unfortunately, it didn't go in their favour. They did lose, I believe, 16-8 to Virtus Pro. So let's see what happens as we get into the game and get things started. But knife round first up, James. And do you expect PENTA to be able to continue and win after their first map? Or do you think it's going to go to map number 3?
I've got to be honest with you, I hadn't even thought of that. But okay, wait a minute. HellRaisers won the knife. HellRaisers chose to start on the T side.
Really?
Yes, they did. But see, this is the thing. I wonder if it's because, you know, I just wonder. I'm wondering what the why they've done this, because one theory of one pool of thought could be that because they're a mixed team, they want to start on the T side. However, on a map like Inferno, you kind of need set plays to do that. Yeah. Ideally, I mean, I suppose you can do some mixy, you know, throw a flash and rush around the corners kind of stuff, like in mid. But I don't know. Actually, I don't think I can totally figure out why they have chosen to start on the T side of Inferno. So, if you have any ideas at home, feel free to tweet me why you think HellRaisers have started on the T side. Strugs has, in fact, almost, I'm sure, accidentally bought one of these. They're actually quite useful though in certain situations. Like if you're going for a jump peek, actually I'll get back to it later, as there is a push coming into the B bomb site finally from HellRaisers. Spiidi on 3 HP. He's gonna fall. Let's see who is next here to try and defend for the PENTA side. They have lost all control of the B bomb site. They are a man down. They do have a kit in kRYSTAL who we are riding with at the moment, so they have a bit more time than they otherwise would do as they go for a 3-man retake against a 4-man hold.
And they go through construction. They are going to get spotted out there, and that's going to be the first play going down, which will be kucher. Dosia goes down as well. flamie will respond, though, so now it's left in a 2 versus 2 situation. flamie with 2 huge frags. Will he get the third? Yes, he will indeed. Another headshot goes into the head of Denis, securing the first round there for HellRaisers. So, if we are correct, they did choose to stay on the T side there, and crucially, they picked up the pistol round, and already an interesting buy from Angel, going for an SMG there. But why don't you go back about your point quickly on the Zeus that you were talking about a second ago?
Oh yeah, there's one situation where it's useful. If you are say a CT and you are on a slope and there's a T on the A bomb site, you can jump and Zeus them, and it has reasonable range as well. They don't even need to be on the edge.
Interesting stuff indeed. kucher's going to find Strugs, and Spiidi goes down as well as they were peeking some aggressive angles there over towards sandbags in Banana. But once again, for the second time in a row, HellRaisers do have complete control of the B bomb site here. They are going to be able to get the bomb down, and of course PENTA with only pistols in hand are going to attempt to do this, but are they? Well, actually, the fact that they've all got head armor may indicate that they may value that more than just getting wrecked by a couple of rivals here. But with that said, Angel is going to be able to find Denis there with the Mac 10, I do believe that was. kRYSTAL will eventually find one into flamie there, but it will all be left up to next. He's going to go down any second now, left on only 13 points of health.
Angel is the king of the Mac 10. That guy is always buying the Mac 10 on the anti-eco round. He loves it like a brother. HellRaisers with 3 people surviving, 2 Mac 10s and a Galil, as we go into the last CT round.
The last CT round?
I mean the last eco round, sorry. My brain is frazzled.
It's slowly getting late.
I did not actually drink any water in the...
you just ate. What did you eat? It looked really good.
I ate half a chocolate croissant, and then we had to go live again.
Looked good.
So I was just hoping there was no chocolate on my face, because I do eat like a baby.
Well, Angel's going to start things off with the MAC-10 here in round number 3 we go. It is going to be another eco, as we spotted out there for Penta, as you would expect as well. And once again, a lot of presence over towards Banana. And it looks like that's where the bomb will eventually be heading. HellRaisers definitely starting to favour this so far. kRYSTAL will get one, though, with that USP in hand. And he's going to be able to survive that situation and make his way into construction. flamie pushes aggressively, though. Here's the Galil. And gets punished for it. He gets taken out. So now actually it's going to be a 3-on-3. Bomb still not being planted, but 1 minute left on the clock. Plenty of time to play with here. And there we go. The bomb is eventually down. But Nex actually has managed to pick up a Galil there. So it'll be interesting to see if he backs off and tries to save that, or whether he's just going to move forward to see if he can pick up any of the remaining T players. And how did Angel pull off that shot? Like, that was kind of just through the smoke.
That Tata looks quite cool, actually.
It does.
And it does go with the HellRaiser sticker. So very nice work, Angel. See, he's put a lot of thought into his MAC-10 selection. I've gone into the nuclear threat, which is bright green and doesn't go with anything.
But it stands out, right?
I like it. I had the Graven. I had a Stat Track Graven, but I sold it. Because nuclear waste is the way forward. So
it seems. Well, 5 M4s is going to be the name of the game here for Penta, as we see them finally with... M4s in hand, rifles in hand, but 3 players without head armor and not many grenades whatsoever to try and slow down these T players here. So already this is looking okay. Next has been knocked down to 56 HP. AdreN's going to try and clear any players out there over towards Boiler with that incendiary grenade, but he's not going to find anybody as things stand. And obviously now HellRaisers realizing that Penta will have M4s, so they're just taking things a little bit slower. But there's actually only 1 player over towards B at the second. That's Spiidi. And he's got the information that nobody's down Banana, so he's backed away from there now, and all of the concentrated force here from the CTs is on the A bomb side.
Nice self-flash there by flamie, going through Boiler, just clearing out the quad area, and behind those bricks, under the awning, I think it's going to slow down for both teams here. Still, nobody dead on either side. Penta in control of Arch, but not in control of quad, though. They're going to get it back now, as Denis in the apps is going to take down Angel. 25 seconds remaining as it's a 4-man push onto the B bomb site here. Let's see how Penta can hold this.
In they go. 20 seconds left. They've got to try and get that bomb down, and it looks like they're going to be able to get a successful hold here. Strog gets 2, actually. Spiidi's going to respond onto 1 as well, and flamie will eventually go down, and all 5 players left alive here for Penta. Unfortunately, HellRaisers didn't successfully pull off that push onto the B bomb site this time, and Penta managing to get their first round on the board here on the CT side.
Indeed, their first round, and that is the first buy round for both teams here. So Penta with a bit of momentum. HellRaisers in a position where they can still buy. Crucial round for both sides now, and I'm still really super ultra curious as to why HellRaisers chose to start on the T side of Inferno here. Do they know something we don't know, or is it just a case of new team? Strats may not be as solid on the CT side as they would have liked to, so they're going to concentrate their energies on trying to get as many T sides as possible.
Next, starting things off though in round number 5 as he gets the first frag onto AdreN. Dosia will respond though with a revenge kill before Denis in the quad area is going to find the bomb dropping down by the looks of things here. So in comes the rotation. There's nobody down Banana by the looks of things, and it will be left in a 3 versus 3 situation here. They've got control of Pit, and they are going to try and boost themselves up just to get that bomb if they can, but the rotating CT players who've come through mid and Banana are going to stop them in their tracks. They've got that smoke grenade down right on the edge of that bomb, and Denis is going to be able to spot if any of the advancing T players do try and pick it up. Angel tries to pick out from Boiler though, gets punished for it by Strugs, leaving things in a 3 versus 2 situation. And once again here, Penta, by the looks of things, with a nice hold. flamie's going to respond though, and that was so close. How he got that shot, I do not know.
30 seconds remaining here, and Dosia is in a position where he may be able to take out Strugs without exposing to himself, unless he has to go up the stairs here to get the frag on Strugs. 20 seconds remaining now, and I don't think the CTs are going to engage Dosia where he would like them to. Strugs going to hold the angle and shoot Dosia immediately. Now this is, we're seeing strats from the HellRaisers side that we saw them do against Virtus.pro in the previous match on Inferno. For example, in that round they just started to walk straight down apps again. It was a bit more successful on this occasion than it was in the previous match. However, again, you saw the bomb carrier just sitting on a truck there. Bomb gets dropped because of that thing that Valve put in the game. The bomb flies forward in very unfavorable position for HellRaisers and pretty much puts a halt to the round. Angel loses a key duel against the Penta player from the boiler area, which may have turned around for them. And now they find themselves on an eco. Penta getting 2 out of 2 on the buy rounds here. And that's going to be too early to fall. Too early deaths there for HellRaisers. They are on eco though. They just want to get the bomb down here. But Penta have other ideas. Strugs not going to allow the bomb site to be taken this time by HellRaisers. And all of a sudden it is 3-3. Penta in a good position now to have a strong CT hold herein. And I do wonder how HellRaisers will go henceforth.
I know it's not really anything too crucial, but I've just realised that Strugs has named his M4 the same that I've named my M4. It's Miley Cyrex. It's starting to become unoriginal now, but I still think it's a funny name. Completely irrelevant point, but...
no, it is a cool name. I like the name.
You do? You
I
like
respect
it?
the name.
Good, so you like it.
Hey, it's not as common as Taste the Rainbow, right?
Oh
with
my
with all
gosh,
these fade
that's
knives.
everywhere.
You and I both had knives called Taste the Rainbow.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. That was before it was cool, right?
I only use mine on CT side, so I call it Police Brutality.
I like it. I like it indeed.
Okay, we have kRYSTAL. He went for an early presence towards B, and now rotates back towards A. We'll take position on Arch. Dosia looking to breach the smoke. Very close, though. Needs to be careful that he doesn't get naded by the CTs. However, the CTs won't be looking to waste any nades, as they are very, very key. I'm so tempted to press Alt. I think I'm going to do it just once.
You're going to do
Don't
it
kill me,
just once.
Twitter. Don't kill me. Here we go. Here we go, boys. That's going to be an Arch smoke. See, I let go of it in good time.
There we go. You can't blame him too much there. He let go at the right time. He knew what he was doing, and we managed to get the nice nade cam without it glitching too much on us and not being able to see much action for the rest of the round. But here we go. We're into round number 7. It is going to be another bye round for both teams, obviously, here, as it's entry frags going either way, actually. Was it? Dennis is going to go down, as is AdreN as well. Strugs misses shots, gets punished for it from AdreN, but Spiidi there to try and clean up. He's not going to get any more, though, as Angel picks up his second kill of the round, I do believe. flamie gets another one as well, and it's all going to be left up to Nex here. Another successful B-bomb push. It looks like it's going to be for the T players in HellRaisers. Angel very, very low in HP, left on only 16, and it looks like Nex is going to attempt to go for this one. He's seen that player, I do believe, over towards construction there, but kucher's going to peek out. Finishes him off with the AK-47, securing the round advantage once again, going in favour of the T side of HR.
Okay, HellRaisers go 1 up, but Penta going to be able to eke out a buy here. You see the M4s come flying in to the HUD there. No helmets on Strugs or kRYSTAL. 4 AKs and Kirill on flamie. So let's see how this goes for both teams. Quick look at the money. Neither team can afford to lose this round.
Put it as simply as that, but in comes the push towards the A-bomb site. They're wrapping their way around quad, and have a look at the fast rotation coming in here from the CT side. They've got control of Banana to the CTs, and Nex is going to get the entry frag onto Angel here. So what looked like initially good aggression coming in from the T side is not working for them whatsoever. They're just getting shut down one by one by one. Eventually, they do respond though, but unfortunately, it may be too little too late. It is indeed, as Penta finished things off there. And that was really good hold there, I believe, at that point. When HellRaisers started to make the initial push round by quad there was actually only 2 players for the Penta side there, just as the CT started to rotate through CT spawn. But still, they held strong, they held well. And as you said, a round that could not afford to really be lost in terms of economy there. HellRaisers are going to get punished for it. Kucher has got an AK-47 and head armor as well, but we've seen kRYSTAL with that AWP and what damage he can do with it. He's picked it up here. And there should be 5-4 in favour of the CTs.
We've seen some crazy rounds from T sides where 1 person has a gun and 4 people don't. Most obvious example is Virtus Pro, where Pasha had an AWP on the T side of Cash, and the rest of his teammates had pistols, and they still managed to turn on a can opener and win the round. But those rounds are 1 in 1,000, and I don't expect this will be one of those. Do have 4 people heading up towards the B site here, and the Angel just loitering on the A site.
Yep, but still no casualties as of yet. The only player to take any damage will be, in fact, that T player with the rifle in hand in kucher. And as soon as I say that, Spiidi does clean him up, so that's going to be the man advantage in favour of the CT side with the more powerful rifles. And in goes the incendiary grenade as well. just to slow the T's down, so they aren't going to be making any aggressive pushes over towards that B bomb site as of yet. They are eventually going to be able to make their way through there, but it is going to be too late. As Spiidi gets his second kill there, gets the third as well. Denis will finish off Angel, and it's all going to be left up to Dosia, left on 1 point of health. The knife comes in from Spiidi. That's a 4k from him, including a knife, and that actually resembles a round that Get Right got. I do believe it was DreamHack Winter on the same bomb site on the same map, and he picked up a 4k and finished a player off by jumping down into the little pit area there and finishing him off with a Huntsman. So pretty much a replication of what GTR did just a few months ago. I do believe, if I got that right. Knowing me, I probably didn't. But we're into round number 10. 5-4 is the score, and unfortunately HellRaisers here with still not enough money in the bank to do much damage. So they're going to be down to pistols once again.
Every time I see a knife in the pro match, all I want to say is, "Whee!" as we do, and someone falls over in English football. But football, this is not. This is Counter-Strike, and we are seeing the eco push come through mid. But PENTA will hold with these smokes. Kucher going to get taken out by flames around the corner of these smokes, and that is a great nade by Strugs. However, Dosia's positioning will be superior, and they'll get at least 1 frag in this round. If they can find kRYSTAL, they could make that 2, as he is on 15 HP. But it's only, well, there he is, in fact, on Denis rather than kRYSTAL. So Angel in a position to do lots of damage here, but Spiidi looking for that flank. Angel, will he be paranoid about it? Yes, he will, but AK going to shoot him in the face. There's only so much you can do about that. Another round in favour of the CTs. So things starting to go a bit better for them. But still, HellRaisers, 4 out of 10 rounds, can't complain.
So, all things considered, how many rounds do you think HellRaisers need here on the T side against a squad like PENTA to stand themselves in good stead of picking up the win here when they switch?
Normally people think 10-5 is okay for the T side, and if it's if only 10 rounds have passed and there are 5 more to go and you've got 4 rounds already, then you're probably in good stead so far on the T side. Denis with an aggressive position. This is very JW indeed. Sees the shoulder peek there, doesn't get the frag at all, and that's going to be an advantage for the T side. 5 versus 4 we're looking at now. 1:15 on the clock. Still a few nades on the CT side, a bunch of Molotovs as well, so they can still make a nuisance of themselves and potentially use and abuse those and get things back into their advantage. We're going to see Spiidi re-smoke that, which is going to burn the clock for HellRaisers. They may end up in a position where they have to go for a rush onto a site, then anything can happen.
Well, Strugs is now rotating through CT spawn, and if HellRaisers had have pushed a couple of seconds earlier on, they would have been met by only 1 angry CT player in Spiidi. We know what work he can do, but whether he can take down all 5 of HellRaisers pushing onto the site, I do not quite know. But in comes the push. 37 seconds left on the clock. Spiidi in a lovely position. He's going to find 1. He's going to pick up the second there as well before Angel eventually responds and takes him down. So in we go. flamie's going to be the last one left alive in a 1 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 2 now, and he's going to try and get the bomb down. 20 seconds left. Those players are going to rotate and make their way through CT spawn to try and take him out. But flamie, you never quite know with this guy. We've seen him pull off some big rounds so far in the series that we've watched him, and he's just hiding on the edge of this smoke, and I think he's heard where those last 2 CT players are.
Okay, they're both going to rotate, and that might give him the 1v1. He needs to win this round. And there's the first one, there's the second one. Nice. Perfect timing from flamie, good positioning. And again, with PENTA both approaching from that area, it allows him to get 1v1s. I mean, he could have got 2v1 there, but generally speaking, one has to emerge before the other. So does get the frags, and that's going to be a very key round. HellRaisers is going to be 1 round behind now, and again, they've got those 5 rounds that generally you're looking for on the T side. All AKs here for the HellRaisers side. kRYSTAL with the AWP again. No armor what to speak of on next. Gone for full nades, diffuse kit, M4. Going to be kRYSTAL first to fall, re-peeking and engaging down mid. Bomb is heading towards the apps on the A site. Aggressive positions here, keeping control of Banana. You see Denis there holding it, as we're going to see Spiidi going around to the A site. AdreN taking down next. This is looking great for HellRaisers, looking to bring this back to 6-6, 5 versus 2 now. And the PENTA side have a decision to make. This is a bit of an insurmountable task. We've seen impossible things from the old iBuyPower team at XII LAN in terms of retakes, but I don't think it's going to happen on this occasion. We're looking at 6-6, only Spiidi remaining for the time being.
Yep, so Spiidi now is going to get caught in Banana, and flamie's going to finish him off. So that's going to be 6-6, all things even here, and flamie knocking himself down to 1 HP before eventually managing to survive just as the round ends. So we go into round number 13, all things even here.
Okay, so let's have a look and see what PENTA can do with a limited buy, to say the least. So we've got 3 P250s, a Mag 7. I do love a good Mag 7. 2 flashbangs and a smoke. Again, we've got a jumble sale buy here. The up coming out for HellRaisers now, and 4 AKs. Lots of nades. Angel with only 2. Let's have a look at his cash. 1450 in the bank. I suppose he feels doesn't need the full 4. So Spiidi in a great position. Unless AdreN goes for a wide PK, he's going to creep and get shot in the face. The Mag 7 is called such because it is 7 shells. And that's 7 shells into AdreN's dome. He's not going to see anything more this round. Spiidi going to drop a weapon for a teammate, but that is going to force the T's to speed up towards the B bomb site. Smoke, though, going to slow them down as the rotation starts to come in from the T's here. Going to be a numbers game. That Mag 7 is creeping towards them. The Mag 7 is like the Counter-Strike equivalent to the shark in Jaws. Is it going to eat them up, though? That is a question. Angel going to take down Denis as he looks for the push through mid. His vision will be denied. That will force Spiidi to go back towards A. And now you can see him just going in and out between arch. Not really sure where to go as this push comes in from the T's onto the B bomb site.
Team kill. And Kucher is going to find flamie there and take him out, and that's not good whatsoever. And I think there was a second team kill there as well, as Angel took down Kucher. So 2 team kills there for HellRaisers, and you can see they're laughing about it in chat. But HellRaisers did more damage to themselves than PENTA did there. You don't see that too often.
HellRaisers are the undisputed champions of professional Counter-Strike, team wounding, and now team killing. Almost every map, they knife each other at least once. It's insane.
It's hilarious.
And you think, oh, I wonder if this will change with the new lineup. Indeed, it will change. They've gone to straight up murder now instead of the odd slash here and there. So, HellRaisers, just a crazy team. They're lunatics.
They are lunatics indeed, and they're going to get punished for their antics because they can only afford an awkward force by here, but it doesn't really seem to matter too much as flamie and Dosia get the entry frags onto the B bomb site there. Dosia left on 5 HP, Kucher left on 10 HP, so still anything can happen, but they've been able to get the bomb plant down here, and you can see that that's actually going to be Denis who's making his way down Banana as things stand. Let's jump on board with him. Here he is, the man on your screen, just trying to pick that angle. He is going to find one, and that's AdreN out for the count. 12 HP left for that man though, and I think they're making the good decision here to back away, not allow any more T players to try and find them, and they're just going to save those all-important M4s, and of course that AWP in the hands of kRYSTAL. And this is actually going to be an even game here, 7-7, so, you know, we questioned why HellRaisers were starting on the T side here, if they did in fact choose to stay on the T side here, but from what we've seen so far, they've had a pretty successful first half.
Okay, so this is the final round, and it's 7-7, so things looking very fruity indeed. All the strawberries here for HellRaisers as they go into the second half after this round. kRYSTAL with the AWP again. We'll have to see what kind of mixed bag comes out from the HellRaisers team here as they are a bit short of cash, but pretty much got that full buy coming out. Not all got new pistols for this last round. See a Glock on kucher, for example, and flamie. Sometimes people forget to grab those pistols. We can see only Denis with the USPS on the CT side, so 4, 5, 7s. They didn't forget at all. Probably had a call out from the team. Always good in that last round just to say pistols when everyone's done their buy, just to make sure if they can afford to upgrade, they do.
Here we go. This is going to be the last round of the first half, and in that first map, HellRaisers took a dominant lead, and then PENTA came back into it. Since then, these two teams have pretty much been inseparable. Of course, we can say that, but HellRaisers are on the weaker, unfavoured side of the T side on Inferno. They've been able to get their way in towards Quad. Well, this is flamie actually in Boiler at the second. Flash grenade is going to knock down Dosia, and so is the smoke grenade, so he's just going to back his way away from there, and this is still a really slow last round. We've only got 35 seconds left. The bomb's going to be making its way over towards Banana. AdreN lurking here in top of apartments is going to see if he can find anybody and get some information. But with only 25 seconds left, once again, HellRaisers going back towards mid, over towards the A bomb site. They can't make up their mind.
Okay, but PENTA will hold so far very, very well indeed with 3 frags versus the 2 of HellRaisers. That said, they've got a 2-man rotation from the B bomb site, which is pretty much going to force kRYSTAL to give up the site to HellRaisers. Bomb's going to go down. They will be limited in their post-plant positions, though. Dosia having to squeeze through the truck to get into pit, as we have all the CTs pushing the same way. This time it will go better than when they both came out of construction. And only Dosia remains versus 2. Bomb is planted for him though, and it's going to be a difficult meat shield. He's just going to jump up and shoot him in the chest, in fact.
kRYSTAL doesn't care.
Yeah, brazen confidence there. Almost a confidentiality.
Well, 8-7 it is. Good halves come in, and it certainly was a good half indeed. Very, very little separating these two teams, and as the clock counts down to the start of the second half, the CT side of PENTA will have a 1-round advantage here, so we can't, once again, really emphasize enough just how important the pistol round will be here as we go into round number 16. And again, I'm going to put you on the spot, James. Do you think if PENTA take this pistol round and convert after that, obviously the 2 rounds afterwards, do you think that just from that information we could be seeing a game 3?
It would still be too early to say, because they would only have 11 rounds, and then it depends on if they break the bye of HellRaisers afterwards. If they do that, then maybe. If they don't, then anything can happen. It could go backwards and forwards. It's maybe too early to say. Speaking of early, I think it's quite late for AdreN. Not that he isn't used to it, because again, he is in Kazakhstan. So if you know what the time is in Kazakhstan, feel free to tweet me or tweet Faceit or tweet Chewwy and tell us what the time is in Kazakhstan, because he's always playing quite late over there. But again, since it's normal for him, it doesn't actually matter. Just an interesting nerd fact. Counter-Strike trivia.
Well, HellRaisers are going to find the first casualty, as Dosia is actually going to go down there, and Kucher's got to be careful because he's only left on 2 points of health. They've got 3 players wrapped over towards the B bomb site, but it's not going to pay off for them, as now there is an open A bomb site. But have a look at this. PENTA are really switching things up, and it's working for them. They got their attention over towards the A bomb site, opened it up, so the CT started to rotate, and then they just went, nope, we're going to make our way back over towards B. Kucher with 2, though. Nex and kRYSTAL are going to go down. They are not out of this one yet, and he's left on only 2 points of health. I'm not quite sure how he's able to pick up those frags, but still, the smokes are going down. The bomb has been planted, and there's actually a player. It's flamie. He's coming through CT. Sorry, he's coming through Banana. He's going to find one player there, so this is back and forth between the 2 squads. How's he going to do it? Kucher manages to find another one there before eventually finally being taken out on 2 points of health. But he did so much damage there. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to come into play too much, or will it? It's a 1 versus 1. Strugs on 82 HP, left against Denis with only 5 HP, and he hasn't got a kit. He's got to stick the defuse. Is he going to be able to get it? There's not enough time. And that's very unfortunate there for HellRaisers not to be able to pick up that pistol round. That was so, so close.
Indeed it was. At least he got a bit of cash there for this anti-eco if they choose to force buy, which will maybe make things a bit more interesting for them should they choose to go for it. And it looks like they are going to, managing to get a FAMAS on Kucher, but no armor. Not sure if he's going to try and throw it over to a teammate who has armor, or if he's just going to go YOLO. Seems YOLO may be the order of the day here for HellRaisers in this anti-eco round. So let's see how this goes for them.
We will do indeed. And once again, Nex actually going for a Mach 10 there. And kRYSTAL, of course.
Holy crap. It is 4:30 in the morning in
really?
Kazakhstan.
I didn't realize it was that far ahead.
Whoa. Shout out to AdreN. That man is running crazy hours right now.
I didn't realize they were that far ahead. Wow, okay, that is the down far. So yeah, respect to him. That's good work coming in. Kucher's going to be the first one down here to the hands of Denis. Denis knocked down 29 points of health, and as I was about to say, kRYSTAL, of course, sticking with that with that Tech 9, specifically for the fact that he is the AWPer, and he's going to be saving his funds to try and prepare for that to see if he can get it. flamie knocked down to 30 points of health, though. That bomb making its way up mid, and this is looking relatively good here for PENTA, despite the fact that 2 of their players are low.
Right, so we have a huddle in mid from PENTA, and again, as Chewwy mentioned, 2 of the players are indeed low, and they're going to have to do safety in numbers right now. See how this goes as they start to emerge on the site. The position in pit from Dosia could be very, very key indeed, but he's only got a P250 to work with. That said, he does get 1 frag at least. That's going to make things a little bit easier for the remainder of his team. But AdreN with armor helmet and a FAMAS makes sense if he goes for the save here. flamie as well is in an awkward position where he has a CZ, he does have armor. He could either save it for the next round, more the armor than the CZ, or try to go for some exit picks. I think it might be a bit of both here, as he may try and steal a weapon as PENTA make their escape from the A bomb site. But nobody's going to be coming his way. I think he will start to make an exit as he only has 30 HP. So just him and the chickens in spawn. He will kill the chickens as well. Sadist.
Well, 6 players surviving there to finish off round number 17, and the score is now 10-7 in favour of the side from Germany. And still not really too much money going in favour of HellRaisers here, so all things considered, this should be an 11-7 game in favour of PENTA here. But of course, HellRaisers are now on the more favoured side of the CT side here on Inferno. So we'll see what they can do, and they're actually going to get aggressive here over towards Banana. They've got a lot of information. Are they going to get a lot of frags? It doesn't look like so, as kucher, flamie and AdreN all go down in quick succession. Next left onto 7 HP, but the bomb's going to be making its way up towards Banana, and the only player to stop them initially will actually be Dosia. Crystal in a lurking position here up mid is going to potentially find that last player at balcony, and yes he does. He spots him, isn't able to get the kill though as Angel actually finishes him off. Dosia's going to be the last man standing over towards B, misses his shots, and he's going to get punished for it. They're actually going to shoot him on the floor there. A bit of body shooting there. That's the kind of things that you used to see in Call of Duty when I used to cast it back in the day.
See a lot more than that.
Yeah. You don't really see a whole lot of it in CS sometimes, but still getting their aggression going, getting in the mindsets of HellRaisers here. And they've got 4-round advantage. Finally, though, HellRaisers able to get those all-important rifles in hand.
I remember going to seeing a Gears of War tournament once, and the guy was standing up, looked at the opposition, and he goes, "You guys are rubbish, this is our first tournament." Although he didn't say rubbish, he said something a lot worse than that. But I found it highly amusing. But it is 11-7 here, by round for both teams, or only on the T side with kRYSTAL. We do have a FAMAS on the HellRaiser side. As you can see, money is a bit tight for them. See how this goes. Interestingly, there's only 3 smoke grenades on HellRaisers, and that is a very important thing to note because the smoke grenades are the biggest time waster of all time on Inferno. You can see the first one coming out there to begin the proceedings. So we have a counter nade there, bounced off the invisible ceiling of the map to go into first oranges. flamie though, with only 2 HP of damage. Nades can be really weird though. The slightest bit of wells can make the difference between 40 HP of damage and 1 HP of damage.
Can indeed. Spiidi's going to be the first casualty of round number 19 though. Over towards the A bomb site, and that's where the bomb looks initially like it could be heading, as 2 players have managed to get their way out. So they're taking control of Arch area after smell off quad, but Denis is still playing aggressively up Banana, seeing if he can find any aggressive CT players, but they aren't going to be there. So back over to kRYSTAL, over towards Arch. He's going to find 1 player though, and get slightly tagged up there by kucher. Kucher knows now that that's the AWP player, so he's got to be careful, and I think he may have just seen that player going through Arch. So in they come through CT spawn, and they've got to be very, very careful here over towards the B bomb site. kRYSTAL making his way through now, but there's only 8 seconds left on the clock. Scruggs has got to try and plant the bomb, but PENTA put themselves in a good position here somehow. They've allowed the T side to get onto the bomb site. kRYSTAL's going to punish kucher there, and out of what seemed like nowhere, PENTA have had a successful push onto the bomb site now, and Dosia finds himself the last one left alive.
Now this is where things start to get interesting. You said if PENTA get to 11, can they win the match? Now it looks like they are in with a good chance of winning the bye rounds here. With see now the dynamic is changing because yes, they have won the round and broken HellRaisers by, but only one of their team has survived. So it's going to be an expensive round for them. So they won't have the economic advantage that they otherwise would have because they're going to have to spend so much money to get back into this game. So even if they lost this round, they may be able to buy it once or twice more depending on bomb plants. But again, it's going to be hard for HellRaisers to break that. But it's going to be easier than it otherwise may have been. So it's still a bit up in the air here. But I mean, we are looking at 13-7. And at that point, things can become very, very difficult indeed for the HellRaisers. There's more or less no more rounds they can lose in that situation. But let's not count them out just yet, because with a few flashbangs, they have taken a 1-man advantage on this map. And now PENTA are going to have to be very careful and watch their backs and all the angles here as they choose which site to approach.
Actually stacked 3 players on B as well. One of those players, which I do believe will actually be flamie, is now rotating his way back towards CT. Spawn, as soon as I say that, he makes his way back over towards B as well. But the bomb's made its way back through mid, as you would expect on a map like this. They're just taking things slowly. Waiting to see if they can find out any information. kRYSTAL's going to be the first man out there. Misses his shot with the AWP, but has got the information of the two players, or at least one player, over towards Arch. Kucher holding the tight angle there, and they know exactly where he is. Misses his shot though, does kRYSTAL, and he gets punished for it. Kucher gets the second kill of the round, and Nex and Strugs are actually very low on HP, so this is looking good here for the CTs. Despite the fact that they've got the less powerful pistols, they're still doing damage with them. Eventually, Spiidi responds. Nex gets another one. Nex gets two, in fact, indeed, and finally puts the man advantage in favour of PENTA. And what looked like it could be a really good round there for HellRaisers. Suddenly, PENTA were able to get their frags at the crucial last few seconds of the round, securing round number 13 for them, and now HellRaisers are in a really tricky spot.
Yes, very crucial round for PENTA as well, because if HellRaisers won that round, then they could entirely get back into this match. You can see they lost the round and they still get the full buy out as well. So imagine what would have happened if they had won the round. And the damage it would have done to the remainder of PENTA's economy after a few players went down. Seeing nades come out fairly early in mid for the HellRaisers side. And again, let's just quickly glance at the money here. HellRaisers in a bit of a bind. They really must win this round. If they don't, I think we are probably looking at a third mapper here as we get into the late stage of this map and the entire evening. Yeah,
it's very late for us here, but we certainly love it. I dread to think how late it's going to be for AdreN if this does go into a map number 3, being it's so late over in Kazakhstan for him. But here we go, in comes the push. It's all going to be left up in the hands of AdreN. It's a 1 versus 2 situation, and PENTA here are looking strong. HellRaisers, unfortunately, they've really not lit too much fire on Inferno. We saw them lose 16-8 earlier on to Virtus Pro, and PENTA have looked strong here. But as soon as I say that, AdreN gets a 1 versus 2 clutch and is able to defuse the bomb as well. So not out of it yet. This could still go either way.
AdreN, I've been watching him in the last few matches on various teams, and he has clutched a fair few rounds when he's been the last man standing. So his clutch factor is definitely up there for HellRaisers. And he wins another important round for them and keeps them in the round, saves an AWP for kucher as well. So now HellRaisers in a position to change things around. flamie with an MP7.
Interesting.
Indeed. He likes his little gun selection.
Yeah, it was Mac 10 earlier on, now the MP7. We'll see what damage he can do with it, as Nex is not dropped down to a 7 HP. A lot of men making their way down Banana, though. In they go towards the B-bomb site. They're not even going to throw grenades. They're just going to go for it. AdreN's going to find one. flamie gets punished for having that less powerful MP7 in hand. He's not even going to be able to pick up a single kill. AdreN goes down as well, so no clutches for him in round number 22. The bomb's successfully been planted. And yeah, as suspected, HellRaisers aren't even going to go for a push. They're just going to save these all-important rifles. 2 M4s and an AWP. And this is going to be PENTA on, well, round number 14 for them.
MP7 is a solid gun. Don't see that often. I think best utilized with a pop flash from a teammate. If he's holding the angle near the car, a teammate flashes in for him. I think it's probably going to be he can exploit the benefits of it and the bullets it has. But in a climate where you have the CZ, you very rarely see a gun like the MP7 show its face because CZ basically. Well. It's going to be another round for PENTA. HellRaisers saving some guns though, so we'll see if they can use those guns to turn things around here, or if they are on their deathbed in game 2 of this best of 3. PENTA just creeping towards that magical 16 here. HellRaisers 8 rounds away from taking this 2-0. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, certainly not. But as we go into round number 23, let's see what happens. To start things off, kRYSTAL getting the entry frag there onto the AWP, I do believe that was, of kucher to start things off and take him down for the count. Angel can pick that up. No, he can't, as he's going to get taken down there.
Love a bit of goatee V-lag.
Yeah, I know. Goatee V-lag happens all too often. Unfortunately, it's a shame, but all the same, you can see the outcome of round number 23 here. Is it's going to be flamie, the last man left alive. He's going to be rotating his way through CT spawn there to see if he can spot anybody. Just making their way through Arch on A. Looks like he's actually going to get completely surrounded. He's going to find one player there. That was kRYSTAL, who's getting a bit aggressive, trying to pre-fire some doors, and gets punished for it actually. And eventually taken down by Spiidi to secure map point for PENTA. Some more body shooting comes in, and the money for HellRaisers is terrible. They're not really going to be able to afford anything whatsoever. We can see a couple of CZ75, some Deagles with armor. But unless HellRaisers somehow manage to win this round and then win quite a few more, James, we're going to be going to, I believe, Cash is map number 3.
Go TV TARDIS, I think is what we will call it.
I like it.
But never mind the TARDIS. Time is now, and the time is to rush Arch. Where's kucher just firing, spamming desperately through the smoke there, but not going to find any connections with that kind of fire. As soon as I say that, takes down next. Trade frag coming in from Denis, and it's a fast presence in what could be the last round of this map. Looking more and more likely as there are only pistols remaining here for HellRaisers. 3 versus 2 now, 3 versus 1. AdreN clutch master for HellRaisers. Not going to last very, very long at all. And we are going to a third map, people.
2 map 3s out of the 2 best of 3s that we've seen so far this evening. So we saw Virtus Pro versus HellRaisers earlier on. HellRaisers managed to take that series with a 2-1 score, and now we're going to see HellRaisers in their second best of 3 last map going up against PENTA here. It's definitely getting late for us, and as we said, I dread to think how late it's getting for AdreN right now. If we said about, it must have been 20 minutes ago that it was 4:30 in the morning, we're not really going to have this last map starting for him until about 5 AM. So pretty late, but good commitment all round, and good commitment for all of you guys. If you are still watching in the chat, we do certainly appreciate it.
Okay, guys, we will set up the next map and see you on the other side of this.